Sorry about that, guys. We tripped a breaker with the heat gun, so we're figuring out. And then in the process of resetting everything up, in attempting to fix the breakers, we switched off the wrong breaker and then killed the computer again. Listen, it is the most Monday Wednesday today. Today has legitimately been the most Monday Wednesday. So we're gonna try and get this set up one more time. And now let me actually find the comments because that's how we do it. Pop out chat. Here we go. Live chat. Nana. Oh. Yeah, okay. Sean Regal says, oops. Jennifer Pugh says, howdy. Warm Margaret says, hello again. Big Dog Mass says, back. Shadow Gemini 1 says, hi, Miss Hop. Oh my gosh, why are we Beastman fist bumping here? What is happening? Wow, okay. Hold please. Why is this happening? Delete. No.
They tripped it the other day too.
Okay.
Yeah. The yellow.
Hold please. I don't know what is happening. Fist bump. Okay. Yeah. Maybe we're good now. Oh, gosh. Robin Bryan says, can't keep the ladies down. That's right. Ashton Jones says, hello. Make Scare Haunt Bree says, hey, you made it back from Transworld. We did. Rob. Not today. Oh, Gregory Haynes says, part 2. Electric Boogaloo. Here we go. Yeah, we're getting there. It's fine. Like I said, guys, it has been the most Monday Wednesday, and we're gonna try again, and see if we can. Big Dog says, hello, Ivan. Don't touch that breaker. Oh, Edson Glue says, Ivan in the house. Yes.
Well, we have a heat gun.
We have a heat gun. Well, I guess we might have to do it by hand after all.
She's checking another panel.
We're gonna see if we go out again.
Everyone cross your little fingers.
We'll try again. And if it's not, it's fine. We're gonna figure it out. Shadow Jim 81 says, what are you working on today?
Wow.
We are going to attempt to make some flower petals for the Flowers with Faces in Them from Alice in Wonderland for an event that we are doing in 2 weeks, in which we have a lot of things to make. So even though we are fresh off of the Transworld shenanigans, we are back in the shop doing the thing. And yeah. Rob says, did your oven short you? It did. It did. And that's on me. All right, we have victory.
Tell Ivan.
Stacy for Ivan, we are good, we are good.
Push the button that's not actually a button, but is apparently a button.
It's apparently a button. All is well, and all is well, and all manner of things will be well. So, yeah.
Now we got all their heat up again.
Germany, let me holler at you when we're back done with the live. And we're not live.
You just connected somewhere else?
Huh?
Did you just plug somewhere else?
No, there's a little reset thing on the side of it, so I just pushed it and it came on. So,
Back to business.
Things are fine.
there's no telling what breaker it actually was now.
But yeah, the oven shorted us out, and all is well. Since his darn Uncle Owen's tripping breakers again. Shadow Jim 81 says, where is Alan? And tell Buddy the Scarecrow say hi. Alan and Shannon lost power at their house in the windstorms. So when they got home from Transworld, they had they had, I guess, a day of a brief moment of power, and then before they even had a chance to do laundry, no power. So yes,
So the theme of the week
is losing power. So they are at home tonight taking care of all the sexy work like laundry. Shannon had to go to Buc-ee's to buy new skivvies. It was a whole thing.
At least it was Buc-ee's.
At least it was Buc-ee's. So we're back in business now. So we're gonna let that foam oven. If you're just joining us, here. Oh, I'm gonna put the tripod cam on. There we go. Why is that? Something in OBS is being squirrely. It's fine. So this is our foam oven, the culprit. Chris Melton says that button on the side is a safety switch built in, basically a breaker built into the cord.
I know, Christopher. That's why I pushed it.
We did properly trip the breaker after Alex reset it. So, but all is well. We fixed it. Things are fine. If we lose you again, we'll come back.
We will not give up on you.
But yeah,
This is what we did.
yeah. So we made a nice little flute. Oh Jesus, Edson, behave, you guys. So we made a nice little fluted. I guess a couple of nice little fluted
It went from
petals.
to that to that.
So curvy.
This way.
We love them. I think that's really fun. So we're gonna. Oh my gosh, we're everywhere tonight. Hang on, fist bump. There we go. It was a brief moment of double fisting.
We only do that at Chili's with sweet tea and Dr. Pepper.
That's right. Big Duck says, cow print? We're on it. We're on it.
I got PVC in the way.
Oh no. We got excitable about stuff. Boom. Cow print. And you got your headband on too. There you go. Oh wait, my sweater's down at the other thing. I did wear a black and white sweater today.
It's true.
But
I
it's
saw.
warm in here now, so. Okay.
And I wore my Whataburger shoe.
Germalee says, hey, y'all are back.
Hey,
Yeah, sorry about that. Rob says, no. Edson says, wouldn't a regular oven be more efficient in hindsight? It might, but we don't have one of those. We have this.
We live in a shop.
We live in the shop, and yeah, so we're gonna let that get reheated and see about getting the rest of these petals pressed. Actually, let's do a little one this time. I wanna see if how the
This
sing
little or little?
the little
Little.
the smallest, the
Little,
teeny
little,
tiniest,
little.
the ickle bitty, and we'll see how it looks with one flute in it. The tiniest flute. As it says, it's warm because of Uncle Owen, right? We got toasty. Woo.
We'll do 2 minutes. So it's smaller.
Yeah.
Alexa, 2 minutes.
Set the timer.
Hello? 2 minutes.
Things are fine.
Don't mess with me, Alexa.
Edson says ALEXA, add oven to the shopping list. Where would we even put it? This is on wheels. We just sort of roll it around. But yeah, so if you're just joining us, we had an incredible Transworld. We're back now, and we hit the ground running on this new party project. We're making a lot of Alice in Wonderland decorations. So tonight we're going to be making some flower petals to add on to wig heads to make faces. In theory, Bug got some wig heads test based out in something, since we usually spray paint these. So we can't do that to a wig head because the spray paint will eat it. Dissolve it like dinner. So we're gonna try out basing them in some latex house paint, possibly, or latex mask paint. We're gonna see.
Ma'am?
Now, it is also entirely possible that this heat gun is just giving up the ghost slowly. So yeah. Big Doc says, was there a lot of people at Transworld? There was a lot of people at Transworld. I don't know if there were as many people at Transworld this year as there were last year, but there was a lot of people. Now, I have no direct connection to anybody at Transworld who could tell me whether or not there were more people or not.
Well, they might share the attendance.
Yeah, they might, and I'm sure Alan will know for sure one way or the other whether or not attendance was up or down. But there were a lot of folks. They did a 2-hour-long VIP thing this year. So from 9 to 11, it was only VIP buyers, and then they let the general public in at 11. And that was a little weird because previously it had only been an hour. So at like 10 o'clock, we're like, where is everybody? Like, Rob says, nor would they. Yeah. Germalee asks, any awesome costumes? Oh yeah. Alexa, stop. There were some very cool costumes. We've got a lot of, actually we had right across from us actually, had a very cool, like, pumpkin guy. I don't know. I took a bunch of pictures. There's some videos that exist. Was that enough time for the small guy?
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out. As it says, all the local hotels are already showing booked for next year's Transworld. Grr.
I saw that today. People were already saying that.
Yeah, that it's booked a year in advance. That's crazy. Well, keep an eye out because I know that they opened up some rooms generally closer to time. So, possible. How we looking? How we feeling?
Cute.
Oh, right. Yeah, I like that. And I think we could do probably several of the little guys at once. Then we can just sort of line them up and smoosh them. So, yeah, let's go ahead and throw like 3 of them in there, and we go again.
Well, you're in luck because we have exactly.
Exactly 3 left. Good. We were trying to squeeze in as many of these petals as we possibly could onto the size of the sheet that we had. So we got a bunch of leaves cut out and a bunch of individual flower petals. Going to build out.
Alexa, 2 minutes.
Going to build out all of the good stuff
Thank you.
for these flowers. So yeah, adventure, excitement, shenanigans. As it says, probably holding out for the mostest monies. A distinct possibility. Capitalism gonna do what capitalism gonna do.
Gotta catch on that. Resell hotel rooms.
Aha, yeah, there you go. Rob says, I don't think they're open to booking yet. Yeah, fair. Okay, you're gonna have to be patient with me. Zanathan Aconite says, does anyone know how I know a machine washable alternative to permablood? I tried washing an evil butcher apron covered with it and it partially came out, which sucks. Did you get actual permablood? Because there are a couple of places that advertise permablood that are not actually permablood. But I will say that we do sell rue blood, which is pretty permanent. Now, if you're gonna put it onto costumes, I would recommend basing where the place you're gonna put it in something else first, so it doesn't sink into the fabric too much. But it will sit on top really nicely, and
I got it on my shirt and it won't come off.
there you go. It is very, very,
For me, unfortunately.
very forever. But yeah, and I believe that's available on our website, stillpeacestudios.com. So yeah, that would be my advice. Would be either rue blood or just double plus confirming that you got permablood, because it's been my experience that permablood does not wish to
That's me.
come out. Oh, Auntie Alex,
That's my wrestling.
it's wrestling.
Where is my
time.
phone?
Oh no.
It's just my timer reminder.
There you go. Big Dog says real permablood does not come off. I know. Rob says rue blood you need to let cure before washing. Yeah, it needs a full 24 hours of cure time before you wash that. Zach. Okay, got it. Zach says I found mine from Pale Knight Productions. Also, you can call me Zach. Thank you. Yeah, you may have to just let it. Like you're learning. I haven't actually worked with permablood much, other than hearing people say you can't get it off of anything. But the struggle is real.
I might need your hands.
Yep.
Because there's multi of these now.
Hold, please. I'm hoping. I'm still looking at the foam oven. Jeez. Listen. Hold, please. Sorry, guys. Let me flip you back around. There we go. Like I said, it is hard to both read comments and run the production and do things.
Again, with the multitasking.
I'm trying, Paul. I can only do so many things at once. Yeah, I like that. I don't hate that at all. That ain't bad. So then when we layer them in, we'll have nice little fluted edges. I think that's gonna be real pretty.
Oh,
Yeah, that's adorable. You like it, you like it. Do you feel okay running back and forth with these?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And when we need extra sets of hands, I will come be extra sets of hands. Adventure. Excitement.
Let's do.
Yeah, you guys will have to help me out. Is Pale Knight who actually makes permablood, or is that something else? Big Dog says we need more ladies for ladies' night. Listen, we're the only ladies on hand. You missed Eden on the first round. You can go and watch the first 30 minutes of the live that was. The live that was.
Alexa, 3 minutes.
3 minutes, starting now.
Cobwebs. Hey, Keepweaves! Hey, buddy. Says Zach Nathan was Drizzt's father from House to Orden. Okay. Getting into drow lore now. That's exciting. Yeah, we had to make a run to the gas station nearby for caffeine because long day has been long. We were in a meeting for a good chunk of the day recapping Transworld and everything and talking about the classes everybody went to take. I took a really good class from John the Flamboy, the Flamboy, on like hiring actors and stuff and retaining actors and training actors. It was great. It was a good class. Everybody got to take some fun classes. And Shannon speed ran her chaos certification, so she was in classes for forever. Cobweb says, I gotta drive, so I just stopped in. Well, I'm glad you stopped by, Keepweaves. Drive safe. I hope we had a good season of the Transworld variety. But yeah, so we had sort of our recap and just doing all the chitty chat about how the show went, Roses and Thorns, all that jazz. It was good. It was nice. And now we go back to working on stuff. Tomorrow is going to be a really big computer heavy day for me because I got to do a lot of design work. But it's weird because like I know that that's valid work and we need that work to happen. But it always feels like I'm not working when I'm sitting at the computer just doing digital work. But I have to design laser files so we can cut laser files. Did it pop again? Okay, well on the bright side, we plugged the computer into something different. So at the very least, when we popped this breaker, this time it didn't take the computer out with it. Because we're smart. We learned. No, not all of them, because that'll kill the computer again. Listen, I guess we may just have to hand do it, and that's okay. See if that got juiced up any. Well, okay. Well, new plan of a no worky.
It does not like that extension cord.
It does not like that extension cord. It's fine.
Which is fair.
Silkies live.
Silky's live.
Alexa, stop. HBK Styles says, greetings, my fellow humanoids. Hi. Yeah. Listen, we are nothing if not adaptable. Like, we're gonna make it work.
Wait, figure it out.
It's fine. Alex knows her way around a heat gun, as it turns out.
I have the sweatshirts to prove it.
It's true. Ike Camacho says, tequila shot for ladies night. Woo! Yeah, listen, it'd be dangerous if we started doing tequila shots up in here.
With heat guns?
Alexa, stop. Yeah, tequila shots with heat guns. Alexa, stop. You heard me. Yeah, Tequila Stacy will steal your girlfriend and your car. Like, it's not. Tequila and I, we're friends, but it's a tetchy friendship. Big Dog says Kentucky Mules for lady night. Ooh. Yeah, we're saving the drinking for after. I've got my bug juice. If you didn't catch her at Transworld, but Bug had some dangerously delicious bug juice that was glittery and high octane. Jay Johnson says not in that order. Yeah, probably your car first and then your girlfriend. But yeah, so we go again.
Hopefully I don't burn this way.
I was gonna say, and now since you are going to be, Scare Hollow says, who let you stay in the shop this late? This is Troy. Hi, Troy. Troy.
Park on my parking spot. You little heifer.
Troy, very, very graciously drove our truck to and from Transworld, and we are very, very grateful for him. We just got into the truck to get Hallie's stuff out so she could have her suitcases back. And tomorrow we're going to be unloading it. Hey. Troy says, I parked in her spot 2 times. I'm in trouble. Better look out. She practically gave Jermalee a black eye.
Ask Jermalee what happens.
Better make the sandwich, Troy. Ike Camacho says, sorry, got on late. What y'all making? We are making some fluted petals to make some flowers to go around wig heads to make flowers with faces on them. Jermalee says, she busted my nose for making sandwiches wrong.
You're darn tootin'.
She's vicious, you guys. She rules the shop with an iron fist. Rob says, I'm unloaded and truck returned. Listen, that is mad skills. We're actually keeping the truck, I guess,
For
2 more weeks until we do this big party that I'm not 100% sure if I'm allowed to talk about. I don't know the rules around these things, and left to my own devices, I will yap all day. So I don't know.
To be careful.
So we're gonna be careful. This is us being careful.
Mark it in the book.
Jermalee says, tiny angry fists. Big Dog says, watch out, itching powder in costume. No,
What
she wouldn't.
happens.
She wouldn't do that because she'd have to wash it out later.
Hey, I
But now
will have like 6 new machines.
we'll have
6 new. I'll have 6 total.
6 total machines. Very exciting. Yeah, they're still down there working on it. So we're actually not alone in the building this time. Yeah, we're all right. That worked good. That ain't too bad. Our vast preference is using the foam oven because it's a more evenly applied heat and your arm doesn't get tired. But when you're popping the breaker every 10 minutes, we're just gonna go with the standard hand-operated heat gun. All is well, and all is well, and all manner of things will be well. So yeah. So for everybody who went to Transworld or has been watching the Transworld videos on YouTube, what did you see that you guys liked the most? We spent obviously a lot of time in the Dark Zone. The booth that was right across from us with all the insects was very, very cool. And of course I'm gonna blank on the name of the place because of how my brain do. Robert Bryan says, but stitching crotches with monofilament and not clipping the ends. Ooh, Rob, that's cruel. That's cruel and unusual. That's what that is. Oh, that makes my bits itch just thinking about it. Monofilament, you guys, is very stabby.
And Robbo's class is the one I'm going to take.
Oh, yeah? What class?
I don't know. He's
Oh. Never Mortis. Thank you, Troy. Yeah, they had a really incredible booth. I really liked their bees. Rob says thanks. Yeah, that's evil genius right there. Like you need to teach a costuming revenge class.
sold out.
Troubled by pain in the butt actors, take their costume revenge class. Hey, it's a Robert. We're gonna switch over to the monitor top cam.
Oh,
Here you
hey,
go.
I didn't see
here.
you there. Hi, I'm Robert.
Introduce yourself, Robert. Tell us
Hi,
what
I'm
you do at
Robert.
Dark Hour.
You're on the other side of the camera now.
Yeah.
I scoot around.
He does. Zoom.
That's like 90% of what I do here. That's about it.
Rob says, I think I just did. Yeah, that's the classic costume revenge right there. Monofilament and not clipping the ends. Rob also got to take a bunch of awesome classes at Transworld and is definitely going to be teaching some classes in the future at Transworld. So keep an eye out for that.
Knock on wood.
Big Dog says, hello, Robert.
Hello.
So yeah, we took a big crew to Transworld this year, like bigger than we have in previous years, and it was really great. We had a lot of Dark Hour people. Now that we're all one entity, Dark Hour and Still East together, it's
easier.
It's easier.
And it makes more sense.
It does make more sense.
I'm getting a phone call.
Go.
Bye, everyone.
It was a brief Roberting. A brief moment of Roberting. But yeah, once they get finished down there, Oh, we'll see. We can take a picture and put it in the creepers, maybe. You guys can see our new exciting setup for washers and dryers.
And my vandalism.
Listen, we might have done a bit of mild vandalism.
I now feel like 75% bad. It's gone up throughout the day.
Listen, really, it wasn't you that vandalized. It was Hey Hey.
It was.
There's a chicken loose in the building, you see, and he might have left some little chickeny footprints in the fresh concrete that the lovely gentleman from our plumbing company poured around their new drains they put in.
And then he hung out and helped them.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I just wrote my name in it. Like a savage. But now I'm indelibly a part of this building forever. The next tenants are gonna be like, who is Stacy? And what was she doing in 2025?
Hanging out with chickens.
Hanging out with chickens, apparently. Alex was smart enough to only put her initials in it. And he still knew it was you immediately. Things are fine.
You should have done like a possum feet.
Yeah.
It was Bub.
It was Bub. Swears he. Just directly under the bus. On the off chance you're watching this, Bug, we love you and we're sorry. But yeah. So, good times have brown. So these flowers ultimately are going to be like 8 feet tall, and they're going to have 2 long, like arm leaves. They're gonna be little sassy hip posture flowers, and they'll have 1 little chest leaf comes out from under the flower head, and then they'll have a little spray of 3 leaves on the side. So yeah, they're gonna be real cute. And fortunately, we're not making the basis for them, so that's nice. And we're just making the flowers. So tomorrow will be a lot of lasering. Oh, we got an Ivan again. Is it drive-by Ivan?
We tripped the breaker again.
Again?
But don't fix it now, because
Yeah.
we don't know which one it is, and we don't want to turn the computer off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, that's tomorrow's problem. So yeah, we also have some additional lasering for different kinds of flower petals, and additional lasering for some like big LED light panel coverage, and what else? There's a lot of lasering happening, and I have to do a lot of laser design stuff tomorrow, which is not as fun and sexy as doing the physical work of making the thing, but it does have to get done. And I always feel a little weird about it because,
It's the first step.
yeah, step 1, design the thing, which is a necessary part of the process, but I always feel weird being chained to the computer for a while. Which I guess I understand how Alan feels because he is stuck in the office a lot of the time when he would much rather be in the shop. So it all comes full circle eventually.
The only difference is you can't close the door.
Yeah. But we did have some exciting news that, thank you 710, Edson. Had some exciting news that I finally got him on board with doing our Transworld prep way earlier. So we were already talking about 2026 Transworld now, which, chef's kiss, so good. And his goal, his stated goal, with his mouth words, he said this. You were there, you heard, right? You were in that. Well, okay, we heard from Ivan, but then he didn't not confirm in the meeting that he wants to have all of our Transworld stuff done a month before Transworld. Yeah, which he said with his mouth words, and I'm gonna hold him to.
And I heard Shannon wrote it down.
Yeah.
If Shannon wrote it down.
Shannon wrote it down, it's happening. And that means if we can get everything done for Transworld a month in advance, a month before Transworld, so that's like February, it means that I can still go to the big SCA event that I really want to go to that happens 2 weeks before Transworld. We'll see. I'm not holding my breath, but Big Dog says, what did you see at Transworld that you wanted to get but didn't? T-shirts. Listen, I personally own so many Black Haunt t-shirts that I'm running out of places to put them. And so I only got 2 shirts. Well, I had to get a Transworld shirt. Like, they had cute zombie prom Transworld shirts this year. They always put the ball theme on the Transworld shirt. So it was zombie prom. That was terrific. I needed a shirt for that. And then I ended up with a Dark Hour shirt because we had to cut the sleeves off of one for reasons. And so now I have a already pre-cut up new Dark Hour shirt. But yeah, I successfully avoided buying any patches, any pins, and any t-shirts, which is usually the things I cannot not buy. We are cursed with material knowledge and make stuff know-how, and so there's a lot of things that we see at Transworld we're like, that's really cool, but we could make that. And usually the line is, do we have enough time to make that? Would it cost us more time to make that than it would cost us dollars to buy that? And usually the answer is no, it would not cost us more to buy that than it would cost us to make that, so we usually just make stuff. But yeah, I think we had our eyes peeled for cool stuff, and Alan bought a lot of stuff for other projects with other people's money, which is great. And yeah, I don't know that I saw anything that we couldn't live without. Gosh, that looks good. I am so pleased that this is working exactly the way I wanted it to work. That makes me happy. It doesn't always work exactly the way you want it to work. You have a firm idea and you go, yeah, this is gonna work, and then you do
Like
it
me
and
and my sculpted hands. I said, I can do this.
And you could. It just, you needed more time. And we didn't have more time.
Yep, that's what it was.
Yep. But yeah, there were a lot of really cool things there, and like there's stuff that's super cool that we just don't have the haunt for. You know, like all of the medical stuff that squicks me out so bad, and I really love it, and I love having that in shows. We have nothing really medically.
Not anymore. We already did it.
Yeah, we done did it already. I mean, I guess we have the lab, which is not medical, but also it really is more sciencey.
Yeah.
Like mad science. Like,
It's very Frankenstein.
yes.
And not
Modern
doctors
medicine.
and
Yeah.
nurses.
The med ladies. So yeah, like that was really awesome. Ike Camacho says, did you happen to see a roach mask? Has Alan ever made one? I haven't. I didn't see a roach mask. And it would not shock me if Alan had made
That
one.
would freak my brother out.
Yeah?
And now I need one.
We have a lot of bug masks. I don't know that I have seen a roach mask. But cockroaches are terrifying, so that's not a terrible idea. We are leaning into some bug stuff because we've got a big area of the show that is Corva Hive's area. She's the Witch of Swarms. And we do have a hallway that's got cockroaches all over it.
Yeah.
So that's not out of our wheelhouse. I guess,
There's also that big order that we got.
yeah,
that's
that
gonna
does have
happen.
some bug stuff in it. So it's not
Could
outside
be.
of the wheelhouse, and it's not outside of the realm of possibility for us to make a roach mask.
Boy, that one really shaped.
Yep, you got a little crunchy. Not too bad. I mean, listen, it's okay. Natural variants. I guess the nice thing about making something organic, Robert Bryan says, Unsub Mask has some bug masks. Yeah, Unsub is also one of our creeper buddies, Chad. But I imagine he is sleeping, catching up on some sleep after the show. But yeah, we're looking at doing some more of those. We got a big order for some stuff that's going to include some insects as well. So yeah, it's on the horizon potentially. Yeah, Chad had a cute booth. I really like his setup there, and last I checked in with him, he had kind of a rough show, so I'm hoping that he ended up doing a little better later on. I spent a chunk of the time in the dark zone, so I was not 100% tethered to the booth all the time. And since Shannon was doing her classes this year, booth running was largely my purview. And that was a learning experience. We're learning all the good things. Alan and Shannon are both really committed to our personal and professional growth in a lot of different areas. And an area I have historically been very nervous about is management, running things, being in charge of stuff. I don't enjoy it, but we're getting better at it, and that's good.
I would say for me, not having gone to Transworld,
Mhm.
I still was like eyes locked in, and I found, I don't know if there were just like a lot of new vendors this year,
Mhm.
but I found myself following a lot. Like I would click on them and I'm like, I'm not
Who are
following
you?
them.
Yeah.
Who is this? So I found a lot of new companies to follow, and it was not enjoying it. What's the word? I enjoyed seeing the stuff that they had, and I felt not encouraged. Okay, encouraged, whatever.
Yeah.
To up my distressing game,
Yeah,
because
things could be funkier.
I've gotten a lot better
Yeah.
from coming from a time where we could not distress anything. There was a time,
There was a
we're
time
past it,
we were
things
so
are getting
broken
better.
hearted.
but give me the silicone, give me the Flex Seal,
Yeah.
give me the spray paint.
We're gonna goop it up.
I want to do a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely a thing that we could definitely lean into. So our stuff was really clean this year, and that's not bad. I like the stuff we brought. It was very clean, and
And a lot of it had to do with the fabric.
Yeah,
we
like-
couldn't do
the
a whole
big
lot.
the big banshees that we did with the long arms, the hot to go arms, had to not have a ton of heavy distressing on them because they really needed to keep the movement of them super flowy, and so we could only do so much to them distressing wise. So they came out a little cleaner than maybe we would have liked, but that's okay. It's all kind of a learning experience, and we're figuring it out. So yeah, we'll try again next year with something different and go from there. And we took a lot of custom work this year, which is always our favorite. We really like getting to help people figure out what it is they want, like step one, and step two, then turning that into reality. It's really validating and rewarding to have people who described a thing to you, and then you make that thing, and they're like, oh my god, it looked just like it did in my head. Yeah, like, that's good stuff. That's good soup. Like, we like it. So I'm excited about all the custom stuff we got coming up, and all of our sneaky booth plans for next year. I'm not allowed to say nothing yet, but
Hallie's excited.
Hallie's excited.
That's the sneak peek.
Yeah, there's your hint. Hallie's excited. If you if you were on the Transworld floor, there was a tiny gnome sculpture thing. I was like, oh, what a great picture of Hallie. It was very cute. A little bug-eyed guy. Oh, wait a minute. I got a picture. I can show you. I have the technology. Also, because I rarely get to go onto the sales floor, I am really bad about remembering to take pictures of stuff, and I'm really bad about remembering to take pictures of like things that would be pertinent to tell me whose booth this is. I'm not good at it. Here you go. The gnome. Isn't that cute? Rob says, say nothing. It's gonna be great. We're excited. Oh, sneaky. I am torn because I like surprising stuff, like surprising people. I don't like getting surprised, and I don't like having to keep things secret.
I would have to agree.
It is
I'm
a
just saying.
it is a rough balance because I do like to surprise people, but it's really, really hard not to do the I know what you're getting dance for everything. That bit's warm. Things are fine. Big Dog says, is Midwest Haunters better than Transworld? No. They are different. Like, really, really, really different. So, like, Transworld is primarily a trade show. It is a a place where business owners, people who have the business credit card, go and buy things largely for their business. Sometimes that's home haunters buying for their home haunt, whereas Midwest is much more actor-centered, and it is a convention. Transworld trade show, Midwest convention. Convention is, yeah, like I said, like Jay Webster said, more fan DIY friendly. Absolutely. This is the place for people who are excited to come and dress up in their costume and walk around the sales floor. That is convention stuff. Transworld is a business show. It is primarily focused on the business of haunting. Midwest is primarily focused on celebrating the actors. It's later in the year, so it's mostly people buying like last minute things for their costumes, or at least that's been my experience of it.
Almost like a Halloween hype up.
Yeah, yeah. And now I haven't been to East Coast, so I don't know, but it also is a convention, so it is, they're not exactly the same thing. It's not 100% apples to oranges, but they're kind of they're four different things, I guess. And Transworld, it feels like to me that every year Transworld gets a little more like a convention and a little less like a trade show as trade shows exist in the rest of the business world. Different audiences. And I don't know whether that's a good or a bad thing. Generally speaking, I feel like gatekeeping stuff isn't fantastic.
Yeah.
But there is something to be said for that this is a place where business is happening. You know, we're trying to get the work of it done.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably a good thing because it gives everyone something, and it's not, well, this is ours, you can't come.
Mm-hmm.
There's another thing to include everyone.
Rob says East Coast is very much like MHC. Okay. So yeah, more of a convention. Big Doc says, okay, Transworld is more for me then. Yeah, it's a different beast. It really is. And Midwest also is a lot smaller. Transworld is huge. Like, Transworld is gigantic. And so, like, figuring out how to navigate the entirety of it is a lot. Midwest, much smaller, largely centered around one space.
They know their audience.
They know their audience. And we usually don't do as much business there, but also it's, again, not necessarily for that. So I actually haven't been to Midwest in a couple of years because we just haven't needed me in the booth. Oh yeah, Rob O'Brien says business to business versus business to consumer. Yeah, there you go. We haven't really had much in the way of costumes to bring to MHC for a couple of years. It's been primarily a like consultation and
Yeah, I think Leslie's gone with her accessory stuff.
yeah, and like I think we usually bring stilts, but it's been a couple of years since we brought like a full costume run to MHC, just because it doesn't do as well there. It's not primarily a place where people are looking to buy high dollar stilt costumes. They're looking to pick up like the last minute things for their costumes. Because it's June, July, again, like I said, it's been a couple of years since I've been. It's a summer show. And I imagine East Coast is close to the same. Jay Webster says, we decided to go to Transworld this year because my oldest is wanting to get into the whole thing. So a 13-minute drive and dropping her into shock and awe. That is incredible. Like
13-minute drive.
13-minute drive. Can you imagine like being younger and having the experience of like, oh, here is a whole industry for this haunted house thing? I would have lost my damn mind. Because like the first haunted house I worked in, June, there you go. The first haunted house I worked in, I was 16, and I had no idea that there was a whole industry around that. I just thought it was amazing and a thing I enjoyed doing, but I had no clue. That this whole thing, that this was a possible career track. No way. Like I would have lost my damn mind, knowing. Oh, you could do this for a job. You could do this full time. This could be a thing for real.
For money?
For money? You know, and my folks were well intentioned, but they were like, listen, it's nice that you're crafty and artistic, but you should look for a real job. Something that's going to make you secure. And who knew? Who knew that it could be this? I had no idea. So that's like quality parenting right there. take them to the hot world, show them the things, give them the option. It's incredible. I would have never guessed in a million years that this was a possibility. I'm super glad that I figured it out when I did, but man, let's say I've been here since 2017. So I was firmly in my 30s by the time I figured it out. Jay Webster said she's used to me building stuff and watched you all and been talking her into the Stilt Beast camps. Yes, come and learn the practical skills, man. We teach that. We promoted the classes a lot at Transworld, and I'm excited to see how excited people are about it. People want to come and learn how to make masks. People want to come learn how to airbrush.
Even our plumbing company that's been here this week, like the owner's like, what? And they're signing up for all of this.
Big Dog says, yes, putting people in therapy for a living is fun. Yeah, man. It's the best. Like, I mean, honestly though, like this is way less traumatizing for people than what I used to do, which is doing sideshow in places that people were not anticipating seeing terrifying stuff. You know, we used to do a variety show with magicians and burlesque performers and sideshow in a pizza joint at like 10 o'clock in the evening on a Wednesday. No one is anticipating seeing someone have money stapled to their face at 10 o'clock on a Wednesday night in a pizza joint. They were not prepared for that. They didn't sign up for that. Everyone who shows up to our show signed up to have us scare the absolute crap out of them. And we'll be disappointed if we didn't scare the crap out of them. So, like, you know, if you need therapy after that, I mean, you probably needed therapy before that too. So
That's on you.
it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I'm excited to see especially all the young people that are excited about this. Like, we had a lot of like 16-year-olds come up with their parents, and we're like, how old do you have to be? Like, can I still do this? So I was excited.
Even just like pre-season prep, like hiring everyone, it's like throughout the entire building here, it's fresh blood. Like it's an excitement of having new people, and
Gets everybody hyped.
yeah.
Rob says, can I get my pie to go? Yeah, we're like literally right like 6 feet away from the takeout window where they put your pie up and they go, oh, thanks. And we're there like pounding nails in my nose and bleeding all over the place because somebody punctured a vein in my forehead. Like, things are fine. I get hurt way less doing this than I ever did doing sideshow. Mostly, knock on wood. Mostly I get hurt
With
less
this
doing
past
this.
week.
With this past week. Listen, that's neither here nor there. I might have gotten my dancy dance on a little hard at the ball in very tall shoes, and my knees are still mad at me. They went, hey, remember how you're 40? Maybe don't do that. I'm like, oh, sorry. Things are fine. It's gonna be great. Did I hurt my shoulder picking my bag up off of the trolley and setting it on the couch? Yes. Yes, I did. It was fine. Things are fine. We're only falling apart a little. Mom says true. Yeah. But who knew? Who knew this whole time that I could have been being weird for a living? And we could have gotten here so much sooner. I mean, I guess that's not true. Dark Hour only opened in 2013. I got here as soon as I could. Could have been somewhere else. Who knows? It is a mystery. Well, and
Now
finding
you're one with the building.
Yeah, now I'm one with the building because I put my name on it. Should I post our vandalism in the creepers?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
You have to request
Put
pictures of
pause
the
in
vandalism.
there.
Germany has seen it. I shared it. Mom says, wonderful to see you happy. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, this is a safe feed for her to be on because we're not making anything scary. Though there are scary masks in the background. It's fine.
We're
Things are
just making flowers.
Yeah, just making some pretty flowers. They're gonna be lovely. We're gonna put big fake lashes on them and paint them all up. It's gonna be great. They're gonna get like drag makeup, I think, because it's going for a place where drag makeup would be appropriate. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting. These are gonna be fun. Over the top, but fun. I don't know what we're gonna do with them afterwards, but
Put them in the greenhouse.
a distinct possibility. Mom says I love flowers. I know. She just planted some new roses, which is exciting. Getting to work out in the garden a bit. You know, you used to work out in the garden a lot when we were young. My mom was big on planting flowers and stuff. We had a bunch of irises and spider lilies. A lot of stuff. Used to be a thing. Stopped being a thing for a while. I'm glad it's a thing again. That makes me happy. It's she said I'm so exhausted. I said it's a good exhausted though. You know, it's the going and doing a physical thing that is hard, and
You get to play in the dirt.
Mhm.
Dirt is healing.
it's true. Dirt is healing. Mom says, "Yep." I'm glad that the urge to plant and grow is there. Mom's Big Dog says, I'm trying to get my nephews and nieces into haunt stuff, trying to help out the younger generation. Heck yeah. Susie says, morning glories. Yeah, we did have morning glories. Troy B says, do you guys have the pictures from the meet and greet yet? No, but I can message Eden, 'cause I think Eden got some. I'll ask him and get him in the Creepers group for you guys. Jay Webster says, my kids grew up in the tattoo industry and me doing all the builds, so I knew one of them was bound to take an interest. That is really cool. Like my dad was artistic as well. Like he did stained glass and he painted and he drew and all kinds of stuff. And it definitely made me want to be involved in it, for sure. He drew a really awesome Spider-Man comic for me in like, I don't know, like maybe 3rd grade or something like that. But it was the coolest thing I'd ever seen anybody make in real life. Or like I've seen comic books, obviously. I was aware that people drew comic books, but I'd never seen anybody like draw that in real life, and I was like, whoa, mind blown. Jay Webster says, we garden and chickens, LOL, way easier than raising teenagers.
Retweet.
Hashtag chicken mama. How's it going, Ivan? All right. 1980 says, I wish I could have made, but illness and unexpected family stuff made it quite impossible. You were missed and asked after 1980, so we'll catch you next time. Sean Regal says, my grandson is 5 and has been around so much that he did a Q line acting piece this year. That is awesome. Listen, 5-year-old Q actor is both delightful and terrifying. Mm-hmm. I can only imagine. So little, running around. Ah! They get into small places. Ugh.
Where did you come from?
Right? And where did you go? I did get video of Kaylee doing the Cotton Eye Joe. It was solid. It's tradition. But it was really funny though, because we got to the ball on Saturday and just immediately they started playing Cotton Eye Joe. She set her stuff down on a table and bucked it to the dance floor to do the Cotton Eye Joe. It was fantastic. It's tradition. Sean Regal says he made a great werewolf. That is awesome. Oh, the tiniest werewolf.
Werepup.
Werepup. God, was that the first werewolf show that we did together? Were you the tiniest werewolf?
Mm-hmm. This is before they sculpted a smaller werewolf mask, and so come in, they're like, werewolf, and I'm like, this doesn't fit my head. And so poor Emerald had to spend like 45 minutes airbrushing a werewolf makeup because none of them fit my face. And that was the day Alan was like, we're making a smaller werewolf, because sometimes girls play werewolves.
It's true. Well, for a really long time, our werewolf show was like dudes only.
Yeah, because we had Summer Spirits,
Which was
and
the
then
ladies' show.
It was the ladies' show, and then we had Dog Days. That was the werewolf show. And it was kind of a competition of like who could bring in the biggest crowd.
Mm-hmm.
But then,
We stopped.
yeah,
But by the time I showed up, they were firmly casting gals in the werewolf show.
yeah.
But I was a Zagani, not a werewolf.
And it's also like it's just kind of a thing, like there's more females than males.
In our show, for sure.
Yeah, so it's kind of just, we have to cast who we have.
Mm-hmm. The struggle is real. But I mean, we've had a lot of gals that make incredible werewolves too.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
I'm trying to think of Cora. I think was the first stilt werewolf I saw that was a gal, and she was a killer.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, she was vicious on stilts. I wish she still did stilts
Yeah.
because she was killer. But yeah, and Summer Spirits was fun. I got to be in the last Summer Spirits we did before they stopped doing that show on a puppet. It was fantastic. Gregory Hand says, "Hey, when will the YouTube Wednesday Gargoyles be live?" Shrug. It is in editing currently. We've been pretty on the Transworld train for the last couple of weeks, so I don't know that much video editing has been getting done, but it is in editing actively. So soonish? Question mark? We're trying to get on a more consistent production schedule for that. We just keep having big projects pop up that pull all of the people off of them and onto project-related things. So soonish, I think, is probably the closest I can say. But yeah, we're getting there. Alex, you are kicking so much butt right now.
I'm just making flowers. I'm just a girl.
Just a girl making flowers. It's all good. But yeah. And I think we're probably just going to go until Alex runs out of flowers. Because today has been the Mondayest Wednesday, and I'm ready to go home. 1980 says, all women crew doing puppets and masks and stilts. Go PMS squad. Puppets, masks, and stilts. PMS. Nailed it. 1980, that's perfect. John Sheffield says, hey all. Hi, John. Edson says, Alex, my wife likes your nails.
Thank you.
Black and white. She a domino.
It's my cow print without having to pay the extra $5 per nail design.
What were we talking about doing cow print?
Our new breaker box.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But after today,
Listen, it was light vandalism.
not with that reaction.
Listen, it's fine. Well, and at this point, it's indelible. So Caroline Boland says, hi, everyone. Hi.
Hang on.
Yeah. It's been an adventuresome week. We're excited. Listen.
I don't know what has happened, but my leash burn has really bubbled
Oh,
since I started doing this.
poor
And I
Alex.
don't think it was the heat gun. I think it's just like, I don't know.
The abrasion, maybe, of rubbing over it. I don't know. Sorry.
It's okay. It was gonna happen either way.
Edson says, could do opposite dots on them, cow prints.
Yeah. It's just like any extra thing that you want to add, they're like $5. $5. And I'm like, no. I could get Bug to do it. Bug wants to do design stuff on my nails all the
Ooh,
time.
there you go. 1980 says that could be a shirt, puppets, masks, and stilts. That's the ladies' night slogan.
Heyo.
It's ladies' night, puppets, masks, and stilts.
I did stilts once.
Yeah, I think I've also done stilts once. And never in the show.
No.
I got up on stilts enough to prove to myself that I can walk on stilts.
Yep. They told me that I had to learn how to fall, and I said,
Yeah, we're good.
thank you.
I do not wish to fall, thank you. Pass.
They're like, it's gonna happen at least once, and I said, not if I don't do it.
Yeah, correct. If I don't get on the stilts.
I don't like falling on the, like, as I am.
Mm-hmm. Edson says, I was going to say, you're super talented. Dot them yourself, kiddo. We do have nail polish. It does exist.
But I'm right-handed, so whenever I have to do it,
Oh, yeah. But, like, they're dots. They're cow print
Yeah.
dots. So they don't have to be pretty.
perfect.
It can just be a little dotty.
That is true.
But yeah. Yeah, we're gonna we for the next ladies' night, and I don't know when that's gonna be, because these like the ladies' nights generally are not scheduled. It's when Alan is unavailable, and we are.
Yeah, this happened like this morning.
Yeah, this happened this morning where he was like, "Listen, we don't have power. We gotta go," and I was like, "Fair enough. We'll hold it down." So we never really know when that's gonna play out. But the next time we do ladies' night, we will have a new ladies' night thing to entertain you guys with that is cow print related. I don't personally own any cow print. I guess we need to fix that. Germalee, after you send us your pants pattern so we can make you some pants, if we have leftover cow print, maybe I'll make myself something. We'll figure it out. Listen, with 7 yards of fabric, it's entirely possible we can each have a pair of pants out of that. Edson says, ladies' night is turning into manicure nails night. 1980 says, he said he had limbs down. Yeah, they lost a bunch of tree limbs. They lost power. They've had no internet out there. And they live in the country.
Yeah.
It's like dark out there. Shannon said she felt like a Victorian woman with her lantern.
As much as I hate it for them, I'm glad that it happened after I left.
Yeah.
I truly don't know what I would have done just sitting out there, no power, just me and the dogs.
They were very nervous. There's only so many opens and closes in their gate backup battery. They're like, at some point, we're going to be stuck here. It's fine. Big Dog says you could get special guests for ladies' night. Yeah, and I mean, I'm not discounting the possibility of us having regularly scheduled ladies' night, if that's what you guys would like. But as it stands currently, it is hard to schedule special guests for ladies' night when we don't know when we're going to have ladies' night. Karagoff says, I don't own any cow print. I too should fix this. Yeah, apparently it's the hot thing to have. Edson says, I told him to fire up the old generator. They literally just bought a generator yesterday.
Yeah.
But there's only so much that can do. Big Dog says, and do interviews. Ooh, interviews. Listen, I'm not opposed. Say more.
We can lure them in by saying, come PMS with us.
Yeah! It'll be great. It'll be great. Painting masks and stuff.
Exactly.
There you go. Painting masks and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's, there you go. Interviews, that'd be fun. I mean, I guess we had Melissa Lair out when she was here for a live,
Yeah.
and that was sort of interviewee. We do have an interview with Melissa Lair that will be going up on the Patreon as soon as I finish editing it.
We almost had Hallie.
We did almost have a Hallie, briefly. One day. We're gonna get it figured out. I mean, listen, we are here for you guys, and so if there is stuff you guys want to see, let us know. We definitely want to try and do that if we can. And like doing fun stuff like this is it's kind of a
Tripping
bonus.
breaker.
Tripping breakers. Listen.
Just a girl.
Just a girl tripping a breaker. I'm just a girl standing in front of a foam oven, begging it to work. Yeah, things are fine. All is well. We're cracking up those guys down there.
Nope, they're taking pictures.
Pictures are happening.
That's
Big Doc
it.
says sculpt and do an interview at the same time. You all sculpt. We do all sculpt. Alex is like, do we all sculpt?
I have PTSD.
No. Lisa.
Papa said, do you want feedback? And I said,
We just needed some more time. We only had. Big Doc says Alex needs to do it. You're gonna give her a fit. We just didn't have enough time. If you had more time, I imagine we could have refined them in.
yeah.
But hands are hard.
Yeah.
1980 says, is it really a party if you don't trip a breaker or two? See, there you go.
You get us.
Yeah, hands are hard. Hands and ears are like, they're the hardest things to draw. They're the hardest things to sculpt. Teeth, also, teeth are hard to sculpt, which is why we use so many pumpkin teeth in everything, because teeth are hard to sculpt. Teeth are hard to sculpt, hands are hard to sculpt, ears are hard to sculpt. All of the things that have lots of nuance to them, that if you get the proportions wrong, it looks weird. It looks not correct. And Hands, you got a lot of points of articulation for. Even in a fist, there's
Especially
lots
having
of...
to like mirror.
Yeah, doing two at a time to make them look identical. It's hard. Mine needed refining too. Alan had to go in and fix them and make them work for what they're going to do. But ultimately, we got a lot of usable hands out of it, and
All the 3-footers had hands.
all the 3-footers had hands. So, yeah. Nice Navy says teeth are also prone to mold lock. Yeah, like, it's difficult.
Oh my gosh.
Did it pop? We killed it. Oh.
Unclear if this is the extension cord
Or the heat gun.
Heat gun.
Listen, it's 7:47.
Now I'm just curious, like what? The fan. Let me plug the fan in and see.
When I tell you guys it has been the Mondayest Wednesday, it has been such a Monday today, and it is so Wednesday. Karagoff says human ears are hard to draw. I agree. Yeah, they're hard. You have all of these little weird structures in there that make it difficult, and if you don't get
Yeah,
them
no, it's the
right,
heat gun.
it's the heat gun. Okay, we killed the heat gun. Woo!
There was a slight spark.
Yep, yeah, it's fine. 1980 says can't run heating elements on extension cords. You can, and we do. But as it turns out, I mean, to be fair, this heat gun has seen better days.
Yeah.
he's had a rough go. Is this the greasy one?
Yeah.
Oh, why is it greasy? We don't know. Big Dog is cracking up at Alex. Camacho says a shot of tequila cures all. 1980 says can't run heating elements on extension cords. Yes.
Well, the plug is way over there.
Listen, we are tragically underplugged.
And it wasn't the extension cord. It was the heat gun.
Yeah, the heat gun is toast. Extension cord still functioning. Well, I guess let us inspect the pile of stuff we actually finished tonight, which is a goodish amount of petals. These are lovely. And you know what? These other 3 ones, we're gonna save those and make rose petals out of them. And I'm gonna tell you how I'm going to attempt to do those, which is we're gonna heat them in the foam oven, maybe. And then we're gonna put them on some, oh my god, my brain is not firing on all cylinders. We're gonna put it on some upholstery foam, and using a round bottomed metal thing that we have, we're gonna press it into it and kind of smooth it out on one side, and around the top curve of the petals to give it that rose petal curve, which I think will be lovely. 1980 says, my in-laws almost burnt down their camper on a heavy gauge cord to do a space heater. Yeah, space heaters on extension cords is a bad plan. This, using it in short bursts, should have been fine. But to be fair, the Harbor Freight heat guns have a lifespan.
There's truly no telling how old this thing is.
It came to here from the previous shop, so God only knows. But on that note, thank you for joining us.
The only warning is indoor use only.
And here we are inside, so. Anyways, 10 to 8, I think it's safe to call it.
Do not remove. From what?
It is a
It's
mystery.
just all caps. Do not remove.
Maybe that's the housing that they mean? Well, unplug it and throw it away.
Bye.
But yeah, we'll put it on the tripod cam. Doo-doo-doo.
Yeet.
Yeet, indeed.
Alexa, add heat gun to my shopping list.
Congratulations. 1980 says it might have a thermal reset.
Well,
Well, we'll let him take a look at it tomorrow. Camacho says have a great evening. Alex, say goodnight.
good night.
And I'm gonna flip it over to the other camera. Listen. Thank you guys for joining us for this very sporadic ladies' night.
This was chaos.
This was light chaos. Thank you for joining us. If you joined us on the first one and came back for this one, double plus, thank you.
Beastman folks.
I would give you a Beastman fist, but we had to turn it off because OBS is being weird.
Alex Fistman.
Alex fist bump. There you go. Karagoff says, good night. Both have been fantastic company this evening. Thank you. And thank you for joining us on Ladies Night. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for joining us. There will be a Patreon live coming up in our very soon future, possibly next week. We'll see if
Maybe
things are
to see what we're actually working on.
sneaky.
Subscribe.
You're done.
Say goodnight, Ivan.
Ivan, say goodnight.
Good night.
Ivan says goodnight. And we hope you guys have an incredible rest of your week and go make stuff.
Go make stuff.
Go
And
make
Calprin.
stuff. And Calprin.